You're now listening it's the big of facts show. It's the big of facts show. It's the big of facts. It's the big of facts. It's the big of facts show. 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 Hey, it's the big of facts show. Hey, it's the big of facts. Big facts. Lady Flanagan. It's the big of facts show. Hey, it's the big of facts show. Oh, it's the big of facts. Big facts. Big facts show. It's the big of facts show. Oh, it's the big of facts show. It's the big of facts. Big facts. Big facts show. Oh.
Hello. Welcome. It is the Bigger Facts Show. I am your host, Lady Lisa Flanagan. I am so happy to see that you guys have joined me today. It's so awesome because we've been talking about this show for over a year now, and now we're finally here. So I want to say thank you all for joining me. Thank you for your support. Thank you for pushing. We needed this platform for us to come together and join one another, show each other some love and comfort. We're not alone in this. So do know that this show is to support, to encourage, and to love one another. And definitely, please, let's always support one another. So I thank you for my family and friends. I thank you all for joining. I thank you for giving me the courage to come out and do this. It's always been in my heart to support the ladies and the men. So don't think that's a male bashing show, because it's not. But I do love my men. I do love the fact of them sharing their emotions just like we all do. So I want to continue to do this, and I pray that you continue to support this platform with me as well. So, as you can see, of course, bigger facts. As you can see my back, big facts to bigger facts. I stole the show, as you can see. So thank you, ladies. Thank you for the support, because you ladies are the ones that pushed me to doing this, to put him, you know where he is. But I know he's going to get me for that. But yes, I love the fact bigger. We're doing it bigger, ladies. We always do it bigger. So yes. Hey, Alexis, I thank you for joining. I love the fact that you're here. I miss you. I miss working with you. But definitely we're here now. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So anyway, but I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on so they can join. I want to talk a little bit about the show, about the topic. So I hope you're ready for this, because I know, ladies, sometimes we're not, women and men, we're not always ready for certain topics, but we're going to keep it 100 always here, definitely. So with that being said, thank you, Angie. Thank you for congratulating me. I appreciate it. That's my cousin. I love her. She's always supportive, always been supportive of everything that I do. So I want to thank her for that. So yes, I'm sure my mom, my sisters, everyone that's on here. I can't see everyone at the moment, but all those who are here, I want to say thank you. Even though I can't call you out right now. Joe, I want to say thank you for joining. My brother, I want to say thank you. Like I said, this is such a big moment for me, but it's a real moment for me at the same time. So just bear with me for the first time. So yes, I'm always authentic. I'm gonna always be true. So let's get to our topic. It's called, is honesty really the best policy? Now, some of us can handle that and some of us cannot. No matter the delivery of where it comes from, some of us still can't handle that topic. Is honesty the best policy? Exactly. So I want to go forward with speaking on a few things, and you can call in. Definitely can call in, because I want to hear your thoughts I have 4 different scenarios I want to talk about. So I definitely want you to call in and let me know your thoughts. I'm not saying that I'm right in every aspect of this. Of course not. But it's a dialogue of a conversation that we all have to have sometimes. And we need that. Sometimes it's hard to talk to other people about anything. And if you want to remain anonymous when you call in, you can definitely say that too. I'm fine with that. Everyone doesn't have to know who you are. So with that being said, let's go ahead and move forward with the first scenario. As my husband and I discussed about weight. I have friends who are married and they'll tell their husbands, hey, if I start to gain weight, let me know. I don't want to get bigger than what I am. This is how you fell in love with me. So let me know if I get big. But can the man deliver it the way he should? Because they don't always deliver it the way that they should. And now in this scenario, he was like, well, baby, after an argument, baby, remember that conversation we had? And you said, let you know if you get big. Guess what? You passed that point. So I'm like, okay, that delivery was not cool. And nor should he have came out and said it that way. That was so wrong. It's so wrong. Even though she laughed about it, she made me laugh about it. But of course, it turned into a bad argument because of how he delivered. He could have said something way better than that. He could have basically said, hey, I'm gaining weight, you gaining weight, let's go to the gym together. But he didn't say it that way. He just said,
handle the truth.
And sometimes, as long as she was able to laugh about it, I was able to laugh about it as well. And we enjoyed the conversation. So I just want you to understand, sometimes the truth can hurt. Sometimes we can't handle what is being stated to us, even from a man's perspective or even from a woman. We have to be able to handle the truth. But let me ask you this. Now, what if you're trying to tell the truth to a person who's very delicate, no matter how you put it, and you know it's going to destroy that person? How can you say something to them without adding on to the hurt or their insecurities already? How do you handle that? Should he still be honest, or should he keep it to himself? Or should she be honest or keep it to herself? What if you can't? What if you feel like, oh my gosh, if I tell him or if I tell her, I just know how it's going to go, how the relationship's going to be, how she's going to be upset, how she's going to go into a depression, how he's going to go into a depression. So should he hold it? Should she hold it? Or should we just, sit down and talk about it? No matter what. I want to hear what you say about that conversation. I want to know your thoughts. Because a lot of us can handle it and some of us can't handle it. And that's a problem. It is. But you say you want honesty, but can you really handle that? I want to know. Let me know your thoughts. You can dial in and let me know what your thoughts are in that scenario. Because I know females and males who are not able to handle certain conversations with their significant other. And it always ends up in a bad conversation. It always ends up in a heated moment because some people can't handle the truth. Then you have to separate for a second and think about the conversation, even if they said it nicely, even if they said it in a way to make you feel, to help, to support you, because these are the things that you ask for: honesty, communication. We always say that's the first thing we say in a relationship when we meet someone. I want honesty and I want communication. But can we really handle it? I want to know. I know I can handle it, but can you handle it? So let's talk about it. So on another scenario, I thought about this one too, because this has happened, and these are real life stories that I'm telling you. Although we're gonna have to talk about these things because everyone doesn't want to. Your boys, the men and their boys want to go out. His boys meet your woman for the first time. You meet his for the first time. So we have a caller on the line. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. This is Mother Helen Flanagan. How are you?
Hello, Mother.
I had to chime in. I am so proud of what God is doing with the two of you, and I'm so glad that you just taken it up a notch.
Thank you.
That's
thank
what we
you.
did.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to comment on being the truth, telling the truth when, especially with your significant other.
Mm-hmm.
My husband and I have been married for 40 years, but we have been dating since junior high.
Wow.
So you have to know that person. You have to know what they can take and what they can't take. And then you, like you said, you have to know how to present it to them. You know,
Absolutely.
there are multiple conversations that we have, and sometimes you just less is more
Sure.
when it comes to telling the truth and really not wanting to hurt that person or taking it to another level that it should not have to go to. So
Absolutely.
you just have to know you have to know your partner.
True.
Basically,
Absolutely.
you know, and I mean, me and my husband, we've been together over 40 years, almost 50, counting junior high school, and we know how to deal with each other, and we know what we can say, what we can't say, and you know.
Absolutely. And that's true. And I agree with that.
Dealing with the weight thing, I said, hey, hon, am I gaining weight? He just said, shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know, look all right to me. Okay, I know you just lied, but it's okay. The scale is telling me the truth, but it's okay. You know, that's a safe statement. That's a safe way to be.
So true.
And you keep it going. But, at the end of the day, like I said, you have to know your partner. You have to know who you're going to sleep next to at the end of the day and at night. You have to know what they can take. You have to know their mannerisms and what their feelings are, you know. And some women are just hardcore and can take it. I mean, I know I can take it. And I would be fine.
And like you said, you have to know your partner.
Somebody else may not be able to.
That's true. And you have to know your partner. I agree. Thank you for calling, Mom. But I definitely agree with what my mom just stated. You have to know your partner. You have to know how delicate your partner is, so you know how to communicate. Okay, we have another caller on the line. So, hello, caller. Are you there?
Yes, this is Dr. Danny Flanagan.
You can't handle the truth.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you for that, Mr. Producer. This is the host and founder, CEO of Big Facts with Dr. Danny Flanagan. First of all, before I even make my statement, I need to know, do you have the correct address where you can send my royalty checks? I need you to run me my money. That's all I'm saying.
I think we have another caller on the line.
First of all, I want to say that I am so proud of you, honey, on making this huge step into production. Yes. I know this is out of your norm, but I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for your program, and I believe that your show is going to help so many women, so many men, and so many relationships. And so I just have to say that I'm really proud. I love you so very much, and I'm excited for what God has in store. Now back to this topic of if honesty is the best policy, especially when it comes down to the weight. And I know my mom said something about less is more, and I get that. I get that. However, a lot of men are placed in a very crucial situation when women expect us to be honest. You know, they always say, hey, we are in a relationship and I want to know the truth. And I think that for men at times, it kind of puts us in a place where you confuse us. And I'm saying we're confused because why do women ask questions they don't want to hear the truth to? So if you really say, hey, baby, look at me, and trust me, I have no issue with you, baby. You fine, and I ain't got to worry about that, baby. You got it. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of women that ask men these questions. You all want us to be honest, but when we are honest, it hurts your feelings. You know, it causes you to feel some kind of way about yourself. But here's the biggest thing, and I hope some men that are listening can back me up on this. As soon as a man is honest about your appearance, 95% of the time, the first thing that the woman says is, are you cheating, or who do you want me to look like? Is it somebody on your job? Is it somebody on TV? So it puts us in a situation that we have to revert to lying because we don't want to hurt your feelings.
Okay.
So help me understand, why do women ask us questions that you all can't seem to handle? Okay,
let me say this, Dr. Flanagan. You made some very valid points because that is true. Some women, I'm not saying all women, but there are some women who will start comparing, a man buy them a gift or something that they've seen. And now it's like, I don't dress like this. So now you want me to look like that. So I get your point with that. And sometimes you have to look at the woman that you're with. All women don't think like that. There are some who've been hurt and burned because of situations that they've been in. And you have to look, I'm not saying that all men cheat because they don't, but a scenario, if a woman, and say hypothetically a man has cheated, let's say he did cheat, and the woman get to see the woman he cheated with and see that you guys are nothing alike. You can be one way and she can be a totally different way. Say she dressed a different way. And you've never dressed like this or that. Now, let's say he goes out and buy his significant other an outfit that's something that the other woman would have worn. Yes, she's going to question that because of the fact that she's going to feel like you're trying to make her into the woman that he cheated or had an affair with. That's what she's going to assume. Same thing with men. Can you imagine your man who's not in shape and he got this big stomach, flabby arms, and he see the man that she cheated with, and he's all in shape, abs, nice arms, nice reps, and then she go buy him this tiny t-shirt because she want his reps to come out in that tiny t-shirt, knowing he's going to look a mess. Come on. It's the same. You have to really think about how women and men are going to receive certain things. You have, even though if you forgive, but you're not going to forget what that other person looks like. You're not. You're going to always focus on what that person looked like. So yes, we want honesty, but even if it hurts, we still want the truth. I feel like the truth still should be stated. You should always still tell the truth. Like Mom said, it's the way that you say it.
Well, let me say this, and I agree with both of you, and I think this is a great topic, but if you're looking like a Michelin tire, I'm going to tell you're looking like a Michelin tire.
You can't handle the truth.
Thank you, yeah. I'm going to tell you looking like a Michelin tire, and I'm going to tell you, don't you start coming to bed looking like an astronaut with that big bonnet on your head and that house coat with them holes.
You know what?
I'm going to tell
only you. I get it. Yes, I really believe that women and men sometimes you may get it twisted too, because you come to bed or you sitting on the couch with that holy t-shirt on with your toe sticking out your sock. And come on now, we don't want to always see that either. We want men to look good as well. We don't want it to just be, we have to look good, but you have to look good too. Yes, I know. I hear men say all the time. I hear men who say, okay, well, it's different if we gain weight and it's different if a woman gain weight. It's, we can always still get women, but when a woman gain weight, it looks, okay, now see, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. You can't sit there keep saying.
I know other people are getting ready to call, but I
yes,
love this
yes,
topic,
you have to go.
We need to talk more
I
about
have to get rid of you, Dr. Flanagan. You've been on here long enough. This is my show.
Hey,
facts.
Listen. I just want to say one last thing. I love you, baby. I'm proud of you.
I love you too, baby. You got to go. Look at that, trying to take over. He want to have 2 shows. You see what's happening here? 2 shows. He want big facts and bigger facts. But we have another caller on the line. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Yes, I am here. Hello.
Yes, who am I speaking with?
My cousin, sister. Congratulations.
Oh, my cousin Angie. Hello. How are you? What do you have for us?
I am well. We've been waiting for the show for a long time.
Oh.
As it relates to, is honesty the best policy? I would say absolutely, all the time, 100%. It is definitely a time and a place. The delivery. Don't tell the truth when you get mad.
Oh,
but
absolutely.
Tell the truth, even if it hurts the person, because I'm sure the person would rather hurt now than to live through a lie and hurt continuously.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
you and I, we talk often.
Yes.
And, The scenario I spoke about was, say, for instance, Apostle from Bigger Facts wore a butterfly collar shirt from the 70s.
Okay, so see, that's a conversation. That's my other scenario. So before you state what you're going to state, let me state about the scenario about being honest in the dressing. See, that's the other issue.
Okay.
Are we always honest when, hypothetically, say for instance, your husband has his boys, we all going to a club / restaurant, and you want to bring your significant other. Your woman upstairs for 3 hours getting ready. She's beautiful. She put the makeup on, hair did, everything. You're downstairs waiting on her to come downstairs. Babe, let's go, let's go. She comes downstairs, and what you see? A this flowery printed green and red and yellow dress, and he's looking like, hey, yeah, that's a nice dress, but yeah, you should wear that to someplace else. I don't think that's the right dress to wear. I don't think that's the right dress to wear for tonight. And she comes off, what? I've been upstairs for 3 hours trying to put this together, and you think this don't look good? She's going to be angry, and she's going to be upset because she felt like she put time into that dress. So how do he tell her? Do she change, or do she still go out with that dress on? She's going to go upstairs. She's going to be mad. She's going to look at herself in the mirror, maybe about a good 3 or 4 times. What's wrong with this dress? I think my dress look good. What's going on? What is he talking about? You know? So I wondered, as you were about to speak on the dressing, how do you tell a person what they should and should not wear in your relationship if you don't think it's going to look good? Because men, they want their boys to be like, yeah, your girl look good. See, men love that. They love the fact of hearing another man telling him that his girl look good. We're not like that, but men are, because they bringing you around their boys, and they know their boys are going to talk. If she look like he called it a Michelin tire, they're going to tell him, and he's going to be upset, and he's going to be like, go ahead with that, man. I love her. She treats me like a king, though. See, that's what they're going to say. But anyway, as to what you were saying, go ahead. I'm listening.
Okay, so to answer your scenario, I think that's a great scenario. Mm-hmm. I think it would be ideal for him. You said, how does he tell her? He tells her with love, kindness, and care. He goes behind her, hug her, and go, babe, I really like this outfit, but I don't think it's the right outfit for tonight. And kiss her on her neck. Yeah. In essence, he's told her the truth. It's not the right outfit for the night. However, he did it with love and with a suggestion.
Okay, so what happens if it's on the other foot? What if it's the man coming down? What do you think? How do you think he's going to feel? If he come down, as you were saying, with a butterfly shirt, what were you saying?
Well, men are driven by ego anyway, right? And they swear they're looking good no matter what, right?
At least some of them think they look good.
Let's just be honest, ladies, I'm sure you all can attest that's listening. You'll have a man with some jeans on and a T-shirt and a baseball cap telling you that you should dress differently for a show, but he looking like street corner Joe. No pun intended to the Joes on the live. But I would say, hey, babe, that collar shirt and them polyester bell bottoms and those stacks look good. But I think the black stacks will look better than the white ones. And kiss him on his forehead.
That's
hold on, wait a minute. Hold just 1 minute.
When my man come down with some stacks on, that's going to be a problem for me. I'm sorry, I cannot see that. But great, I understand your point, and you are correct. Yes, there is a way.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
There's definitely a way to say it. Yes, with love and maybe even a little humor, and I can guarantee you it will be received.
Yes, it probably yes. Once they get to that club, I guarantee she's going to be thankful that she changed from that dress when she see how other women are dressed. She probably like, whoo, I'm glad I got out that dress, because it probably would have been too loud. So I'm sure you want to be you want to have that attention, but you don't want that type of attention. So again, I have another scenario. Are you always honest about the cooking? Men, are you always honest about your woman's cooking? Or do you just pretend that it's good and just eat it just because she fixed it? She, slaved over that stove and she made that pot of spaghetti and you like, ooh, nice, baby. This is really, really good. Or that steak that's too tough. Do you really tell her the truth or do you just eat it just because? I want to know, do you just eat it or do you tell the truth? Because a lot of us don't tell the truth. We just eat it. And then we go to work and talk about it. Ooh, man, my wife made this steak. I thought my teeth was about to fall out, because it's true. Nobody want to tell their significant other that their food is the worst. They don't. And I get it. But sometimes if you don't want her to fix it again, I think you should tell her. Even if it hurts her feelings, like, babe, this is not my, it was nice, but then will you still be lying if you just say it was okay and knowing it wasn't at all? Are you still telling the truth? Or are there exceptions to the rules? Are there? Because I don't think there should be. Because if I don't want him to fix it again, I'm not going to eat it because he say, this is really good. He may think it's your favorite and fix it for you again next week. And then what? You're going to be stuck eating it again. So no. So let's always be honest. Honesty is the best policy, even if it hurts, no matter what. And we're all sort of guilty to that. And I'm sure that we are, because we don't always tell the truth. We sugarcoat it sometimes. That's what we do. So also, ladies, men, and maybe the married folks, but we know we all had our role in this before, because I hear a lot of women talk about this, the bedroom. Are we always honest about the bedroom? I know a lot of females that I talk to, they're not always honest. They don't want to hurt the male's ego. And I understand, but you can't let him go on for years thinking he's holding you down. And then when you get angry and he's ready to walk out the door, then you want to tell him about his hitchhiker. You can't do things like that. You just can't. I know some of you don't know what a hitchhiker is, and I don't really want to put that out there, but you will not be honest with him until he's ready to walk out the door from you. Then you want to tell him about his shortcomings. And he's not going to believe you because you're just telling him after 5 years of dealing with those shortcomings. There's a lot of women out here that's dealing with that right now. We had these conversations and they are not happy. So I'm like, why can't you, don't you think you can teach your man some things? Don't you think that you can help if you be honest? Same thing with women, men, be honest. You can help them. You can teach them some things, or you're afraid that it's going to destroy some things if you tell the truth. I really believe that we are to start telling our truth, because the more and more you continue to go down this line year after year with the same old thing going on, you're gonna ruin some, you're gonna hurt some people, and you're gonna ruin some lives, because some people can't handle, years of lies. You can't do that. You're leading them on. You continue to keep them at a place where, release them. Let them know your truth. If you're not happy in the relationship anymore, be honest. Don't linger her on for another 5 years, or don't linger him on for another 5 years. Just be honest. And sometimes you have to start with the trick questions. Stop with the trick questions. Because a lot of ladies, you play games. For instance, baby, you think I need a BBL? Do you think I need to get my butt bigger? You think he's gonna really tell you yes? When he started dating you, you are like you are. So why turn around and ask him, you think I should get a breast job done or a liposuction? Why start these trick questions with these men? You know they're not going to be honest. I know goodness well, if you have if your shape is not like, I guess the people look at Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. I guess so many people are so caught up with the way they look that everybody wants to start looking like that. You have to love yourself. And if that man loves you, he's not going to trip off what they look like and start comparing you to them. Because if he turn around and tell you, yes, baby, I want you with that big booty, get that BBL done, you're going to be upset. And you know you are. So don't ask trick questions either. And we have a tendency of doing that. Oh gosh, my chest is so flat. I think I should just get some lifts. What you think, baby? nah, babe, you find the way you are, because he knows he don't want to be on no sofa tonight. He knows. Come on, so stop it. We all have this issue with the truth. I don't want you guys to sit up here and act like all of, especially us women, because like I said, I know a lot of women that I have these conversations with. So I'm not just bashing on the women. These are real women that I have these discussions with, and back in the day, we used to shut it down. These little girls don't have. Stop comparing yourself to these little girls. Stop it. We are grown women. We had our time. This is a whole new generation. Stop comparing yourself to these young women now. You can't do it. If you want to get yourself looking good, work out, eat right, you can still have that look. But stop. Just stop. These little girls out here don't make no sense. No, they can tone it down. Yes, I agree with that. Everything is not for everyone. But don't start hating on the young girls because of how they look. Let's not compare ourselves. We are now 40s and 50s. These are 20-year-olds. Are you really comparing yourself to a 20-year-old? Come on, stop it. And the truth do hurt. The truth hurt. So I'm just saying. So let's just keep going. Let us just be open and honest. Let's be open and honest with our feelings, our emotions. Let's be honest with telling one another how we truly feel. That will keep your marriage going. That will keep all of us in order. Let's just do it. I want to hear from you. What are you thinking? I want to know your thoughts with this platform. I want to know if you feel like if someone comes to you and be honest with you, can you really handle it? If you're a delicate flower, can you really handle the truth? It's sad because a lot of us can't. It put us more into a depression. Some of us don't want to hear because we already damaged somewhere along the line, and it will also cause us to become more damaged. If you are that person, I want to hear from you. I want to know your thoughts. Will you be okay if your man come to you and have these type of discussions with you? I would really want to know. So I really want you to call me and let me know what you think. I want to know, because if we don't keep it 100 with one another, we will always fall short in our relationships. We will always have thoughts in the back of our minds. We will always think the wrong things. The negativity will start popping in. Come on, this is an honest platform, and I want to address honesty today. I really want us to address honesty. And I want to see if we can do that. Let's make it clear. If there's a way that you're feeling, tell me. If he's not doing what he's supposed to, tell him. If she's not doing it, tell her. But let's just keep it 100, always. That's what this platform is about. Keeping it 100, keeping honesty, and just keep flowing with honesty. Like you said, it may hurt. You may shed a couple of tears, but guess what? You're going to thank that person later because they are able to help you to see, like, even women. If your man come home and say, baby, when I come home, can you change it up a little bit? Can you, stop wearing my clothes? Can you, you go to work with your makeup, you go to work with your hair, but by the time I get home, I'm getting, this is what I'm getting. So would that be a problem for you if he come home and want to see you looking the way you go to work? Hair done, makeup done, just take it off later. Take it off for after dinner, before you go to bed. Don't take it all off when he get home, he getting plain Jane. But you don't look like plain Jane going to work. So come on, let's just talk about this. Let's talk about this. I want to know how you really feel. Or are you one of those people that like to say, well, you get what you got. This is how you met me. So this is what you're going to get. Do you think that you should change something just to accommodate his needs? Do you think you should change? Men, do you think you should change? Do you think you should change some things that she may want to see? How do you feel about that? I know I want what I want. Yes, I love my hubby. He's attractive. He's my everything. He's sexy. I have the whole package. I will say that. I do have the whole package. So I'm blessed. I'm one of the women that are blessed. So, and I know there's other women out there that's blessed too, but I want to hear from you. Is there anything about your significant other would you change? Would you change about it? You can stay anonymous if you like. You don't have to say anything. But I want to know, would you change anything? Would you accommodate his needs? What would you do? I want to know. Honesty is definitely the best policy, always. So stay true to yourself and stay true to him. And men, stay true to your women. If there's something you want to change, some men like strip clubs and think, hey, tell your wife, hey, I want you to take some dance lessons. I want you to, do this. That way you don't have to go out there and be tempted by anything, because you can have it at home too. So let's talk about it. I want to hear from you. I want to know, would you be willing to change for your man? Would you be willing to sacrifice to make him happy? And vice versa. Men, would you be willing to change for your woman? I want to know. These are the things that people never want to talk about. They think about it, but nobody wants to talk about it. I want you to be that person to just come out and clear the air. Let's clear it. So yes, we love who we love. We want who we want. But at the same time, we know there's changes that definitely have to still be made. Honesty, you have to tell people their truth. If you're unhappy, please, by all means, start talking now. Because years down the line, you can destroy someone's heart, and you don't want that on your conscience. So let's talk about it. Call me and tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what's on your mind. Relationships that you've been in that you knew the truth, but you knew they was too much of a coward to tell you the truth. That's all we want is the truth. There are a lot of relationships out here that people are too afraid because they don't want to hurt a person. They don't want to hurt you. So they don't know how to. And even if they know how, they still too much of a coward to tell you the truth. So they give you reasons to walk out on your own. Or they start petty arguments just to walk away so they can just walk out the house. It's sad, but it's true and it's real. These are things that men and women are going through right to this day because no one wants to lay the cards down on the table. Nobody wants to. So you start petty arguments. This is what you do. Don't start a petty argument with me to walk out the house. Don't do that. Just be real. Just tell me the truth. I'm not happy. I need a break. I need some space. You say you want communication, and then when the woman starts to communicate, then you say she's a nag. Which one is it? You want the communication or you don't? Or is it too much communication? So I want us to be real. I want us to be honest. Do you really feel that when women talk, it's nagging, or is it or are you willing to receive what she has to say? Or do you want to wait till it pile up and then it come out another way? Because it always happens that way. We do have a tendency of letting things build. And when it builds up, it doesn't come out correctly. It doesn't. And you really want people to come on. Let me be able to say what I have to say instead of letting it pile up. That's not what we want. Just talk to me. We have a caller on the line right now. Hello, caller. Who am I speaking with?
This is your husband calling. I think I'm representing the men tonight because everybody's trying to push their questions to me to call and ask you. But I see my brother Joe in the comment section, and it's a little delay, so forgive me if you've already addressed this. He said, what if a man does make changes in the relationship and the woman has not accepted those changes and still say, I don't see no change, you're still the way you are. And because there are times when men really do put in the effort to make changes to appease our wives or to appease the person we're connected to. But what happens when men change, or we think we're making changes, and the women still don't embrace them? What does that really mean when women say, I need you to change, and we're trying to change, but it's still not embraced? Is she asking for something more, something different? We want to know from women so that we won't be confused trying to make adjustments and it's still not making you happy.
Okay, let me say this. Okay, first of all, when you had the discussion of she wanting you to change, how long did it take for you to make that change? And how many times did she have to have that conversation with you to make this change? Because sometimes women will start to check out because they're only going to have this conversation but for so long. And when you decide now you want to make this change, sometimes they have already checked out. and then they stop caring. See, that's key. You have to understand, if we talk about something, you need to sort of start addressing it immediately. Don't wait months down the line, another whole year, and now all of a sudden you want to change. Because by then, like I said, she's probably already checked out because you took too long. Right. And at this point, she just doesn't care anymore.
Right. That's true, because I've seen that, just being a past and counseling couples, I've heard, and you're making a lot of sense, baby, because I've heard women say, me and Antonio have been going through this for years, and now when I'm finally getting ready to check out, now he's getting ready to change. But like you said, her mind is not even in the relationship anymore, because now when he sees that she's ready to check out the relationship, now he wants to make the changes. So I get what you're saying. So thank you. I just wanted to know from a woman's perspective so us men can understand. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. You're well. Thank you for calling back. We have another caller on the line. Hello, caller. Who am I speaking with?
Speaking with Joe.
Is this my brother, Joe?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. The
Hello,
one and
my
only.
brother. Hello, my brother. How can I help you?
So, what I want to talk about is when you're talking about when your girl had on that flower dress. She knew she shouldn't have had that dress on 4 hours ago when she was thinking about wearing it.
I am delivered.
Okay.
So we sort of compliment each other.
That's true. I agree. You should compliment each other. You should. Definitely.
Right.
But if she felt like she took 4 hours to get ready, don't that count for something? Don't that do it?
But she was probably thinking about should she have worn that dress? but also, when the cooking.
Oh my gosh.
And something don't taste too good, I will ask her, do she still like me?
You can't handle the truth.
Well, because it wasn't to your liking. But maybe, you know what, let me say this. There's a lot of people out here that think they can cook because it may not be to your liking, but people do make people think their cooking is good. There are people out here that's like that. It may be good to them, but it may not be good to you. And she probably think because she has so many compliments on that dish that you would like it.
See, then they're not true friends.
But what if they really didn't like it? You know, we grew up a certain way of eating certain type of foods. But what if somebody really, really told her that she could cook and say, hey, you should start your own restaurant? What if somebody told her that?
I would say, no, please don't, because...
You know what?
Because I would help. Let me help you. Let me help you. Because your dishes...
Okay, look.
You couldn't even put that in the TV dinner. But...
I'm not dealing with you. You need to go. You have to go. You have to go. I'm done with you. No.
Thank you for listening.
I thank you for calling my brother, but we're not going to do that.
All right. Bye. I love you.
Bye. Get off the phone. I can't take you right now. No, we can let him go. No. I'm saying there are some people who think that they can cook because people tell them they can cook. Sometimes it's not their fault because people can't be truthful. And like I said, maybe there are people that like the way that they cook. You know, you may not like the ingredients. Like my husband, for instance, he don't like onions in anything. Green pepper, everything is plain. Give him a tuna fish sandwich, you might as well just give it to him right out the can. Nothing. So we have another caller on the line. Hi, how are you? And who am I speaking with?
Hi.
Hello?
This is Angie again.
Oh, hello, Angela.
So this show is really hilarious and informative. But I wanted to reply to a few things, if you don't mind.
Okay, we have to make it quick. Mm-hmm.
The question about the cooking. Should you tell her that it's not good? I think people should be mindful, and men, especially when you're in a relationship, that sometimes we cook with love, sometimes we cook with resentment. And I can fix you a pot of spaghetti today that was awesome, and I can fix it next week after you fail to encourage me or, love on me, and it can be awful. So I think men should keep that in mind. And also, if it's nasty the first time, there's ways. And she say, do you like it? Just say, well, I appreciate you cooking for me, but it could have used a little more salt or something. Again, we're going back to the basis of your show. Is honesty the best policy?
Absolutely.
Because if you don't tell her, she's going to cook that dish again that same way. True.
But let me say this. What if it's not based on love and it's just based on you just cooking a meal for friends and for someone you just met? Say, hey, why don't you come over my house for dinner and I'm going to cook you something. Some people it's right. Go ahead.
Then tell them the truth once they cook it, and because they're going to ask you, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? How did it taste? You can serve them the truth with love. You don't have to say, oh, it was disgusting, it was awful, I hated it. You can say something, as I mentioned moments ago, like, it could have used a little more seasoning, or the noodles was maybe a little too soft. You can deliver things. It's all about the delivery a lot. People don't understand that. It's not what you say, it is how you say it.
Absolutely, absolutely. But again, some people, like I said, even if the delivery is delicate, some people still can't handle it. It still can make a person feel some sort of way. Because I know people who are like that. You cannot, no matter what you say, it's still going to be a hurtful conversation for them. And I don't know if it stems from personal issues or anything like that, but everyone can't handle it.
That is true, but just because you can't handle it doesn't mean it's not to be told. Everybody can't handle the pains of childbirth, but it's a lot of mothers out here.
That's true. So, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you calling.
Thank you again. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye. So, here we are. Everyone on this cooking topic. Everyone wants to talk about the cooking. But like we said, everyone can't cook. Some of us can, or some of us, it's the way we cook. I'm not going to say we can't cook, but it's just the way we cook. But we have another caller on the phone. Caller, hi, how are you? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hi, who am I speaking with?
Hi, it's Angelia.
Hi, Angelia, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, my sister.
Good. Well, first, I want to congratulate you on the show.
You.
I love it
Thank
already.
You.
Looking forward to more segments.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sister. I want to touch bases on a couple things. So the first thing I want to touch bases on is about the weight thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my significant other, when we were talking about the weight, because when I was out with COVID for like 5 or 6 months, I had gained weight. So I was always thick, but I gained 35 pounds. So I asked him, and he told me the truth. He was like, man, look like you've been eating a lot of meals. And I will be honest, I did take offense to it. It was his delivery. I didn't expect for him to say it that way.
Right, exactly.
So I kind of agree with when it comes to the deliverance of it. He could have said it better than that, and it caused us to have an argument, but not a big argument. But I just said to him, well, you know, when I asked you that, I was asking for a reason, not for you to pretty much like bash me. So that situation, I agree with what your husband was saying. We want the truth, but then we get offended by it. So, because that was my situation. Yeah, so the next thing is about the food. So he always tell me I'm a great cook. And he said, you must got that cooking from down south from your grandmother and your mother. He was like, you know how to cook. So he likes his eggs scrambled soft. So I had to learn how to do that. Then I fixed him some homemade burgers with gravy and rice. So that was the very first time that he was honest and told me that the food was nasty. And I looked at him. Now, mind you, he lives in D.C., so he had to come to Baltimore. So I, rushed home from work to make sure that he had the food when he walked in the door, was hot and everything. And he ate it all. But then later on, we watching a movie. He said, "Yeah, babe, those burgers was cooked a little too hard." So I just looked at it. I said, "Well, I soaked them in gravy." And he said, "Well, I mean, I like mine like medium rare." But I had to tell him, that's something you never told me. I always fix my stuff well done. So I'm like, well, wow. But again, it was his deliverance. So I started thinking, these D.C. men, I don't know about these D.C. men. So I was like, oh, my goodness. So the last thing, let me see, it was the food, the weight, and, about the dressing. Okay,
yes.
So he swear by goodness he got the best swag because he's from D.C. No offense to you, Lady Lisa.
Hey, I'm from D.C. too, so
I know. So normally he does dress very nice. So I gave him a surprise, it was just him and I, surprise dinner. And I mean, I blew up 57 balloons. I had it decked out. I don't know if y'all remember seeing it, but anyway, I asked him. So I ordered, I hired a private chef. When I say chef, I don't mean they just dropped the food off. Came in, had the little white towel over his arm, served all of that. So I said, now what I call him? He's a tennis shoe, sport, like jeans and T-shirt type of man. So I said, well, tonight, can you wear a nice button-up shirt? You can still have your tennis shoes on and some black jeans. He walked in that door with a black tee with a pair of long johns underneath of it. It was in November. And black jeans. I'm decked out. I'm dressed. I'm in black, but I'm in like a casual dress. Right. I'm looking at him like, you got on long johns underneath a black tee? How country is that? So I was so upset about it. Normally his dress is nice, but I never saw him like dressed up. Right. Down. Right. So that particular night, I wanted him to dress a little more fancier, and he come with a long john top on. So I said, oh my goodness. So I talk about that for days. I was like, you so country. You come in with a long john top and a black tee. So that's the issue. They the topics that I wanted to comment on when it comes to.
I thank you for calling. I do, because I know that happens a lot. When you want a man to dress up, they throw on some jeans and some Timbs, and to them that's dressed up.
Yes. One more thing. So one night we were going out. So we was going to the National Harbor, and I had on a maxi dress, pretty little maxi dress, and he came in to pick me up. He said, "Oh, take that off." I said, "Why?" "Oh, you're too overdressed." I said, "Overdressed? It's a maxi, like a sundress, a maxi dress." Right. He said I was overdressed because of what he had on, which, again, was tennis shoes, a pair of blue jeans, and a white tee.
See?
My goodness.
Yes. Sometimes, I mean, our men they will put on. DC men will dress it up, but to them, some of them, not all of them, they will put on some jeans, some Timbs, and a jacket. As long as they have that jacket on, they feel like they dressed up. Some of them. Now, there are some who can, make it happen. They can. There are some who's willing to, put it down for a nice button-up shirt with the jacket. So yeah, but I know our DC men. Trust me. Yeah, I know.
I'm like, oh my goodness. And I did change because I didn't want to start arguing, so I went on the change. But I'm not a tennis shoe person at all. I had them because when I go to the gym or walking, but I am a girly girl. I love sandals, heels. I'm not a tennis shoe person. But he wants me to be that person. When he comes, he be like, well, can you put on tennis shoes instead of wearing sandals? I'm like, why? What difference? But that's a whole nother topic. But I'm not going to hold that around.
Yes, we would definitely be on some
thank you again for letting me.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you for letting me call in. All right.
All right. Well, I thank you, everyone, for calling in. I mean, your questions, your comments, they were great. I just love the fact that we can have this type of open discussion that, like I said, everyone's not going to comment right away because they have to get comfortable. And I understand the comfortability in, addressing certain situations in your life. I get that. So I am totally patient and I want to, as long as we're helping, as long as I'm helping you in some form of fashion, that's all that matters to me. As long as someone else's testimony or whatever they've been through is able to help you, that's what this platform is about. You don't always have to call and comment, but at least just listen. If that helps you, then let it help you. And when you're comfortable enough, then you will be able to call in and address certain situations, which I will love so much. And I am so grateful and I'm happy because you guys are truly blessing my life with all your questions. I'm glad that this topic is helping because this is what we need. Okay, so we have one more caller. I'm almost out of time, but we do have another caller. Hello, caller. How can I help you? Who am I speaking with?
This is your mother-in-law again. I'm sorry. I had to call. My son is my child. Can't you tell?
Oh, absolutely.
I just got to make a few comments. Now, you made some statements about men and women and their communication or letting each other know their sexual needs. And after 40 years of marriage, it is very, very important that you allow one another to know just what you need. Because you don't want him to go and find that somewhere else.
Absolutely.
So you have to be honest and communicate that fact between one another. Number two, the whole situation with food. My husband and I got married at a very young age. My mother cooked a certain way. His mother cooked a certain way. When we got married and he wanted this salmon and rice mixture that I had never seen, because my mother made salmon cake. He wanted this rice fried, this salmon with some onions. And I said, well, how was it? Oh, it didn't taste like my mother's. I said, from now on, you'll get it from your mother. I cooked it that one time and never cooked it again. But it wasn't what he liked. So guess what? He was honest. I wasn't hurt, but I never cooked it again.
Right.
That's what it is. What it is. And as far as cooking, please cook your meals. My mother told me, don't you ever not fix your food to perfection. I don't care how mad you get. Always make sure that man's meal is well prepared and good. That's all I'm saying. Have a good night. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much. I do have one more comment for a friend of mine who also had who made a comment, Adrian Nelson. She stated that her and her husband started this conversation in the car earlier because I told him about the show tonight. Even though I overslept, he said that he said that if you don't want the truth, don't ask. He said some women can't handle it in regards to how you say it because of their insecurities. We talked about weight. And see, that's the truth. And I said some women are very delicate in certain topics. They are. And it is true because they don't know how to come out and say it. But if you ask them, you leave them no choice but to tell the truth. But your truth of the delivery have to be acceptable. You just can't come out like I know some men, and I'm not sure if they on here, but they know who they are. Well, yeah, well, you know what? You gained like over double what you had. You know, you can't tell a woman that. You tell her that now once she gained double the weight, or maybe if you stop going into Sam's Club, eating all the snacks, all the stuff they put out there for you to sample, stop sampling everything they put out there. I know these men who talk like this, and it's sad that they do that to the women. So how do you expect them to be honest if you already struggling with insecurities? How are they to be honest with you? They love you, but they still don't know how to talk to you. They don't know how to tell you, because that can lead someone with insecurities in a depression state. It can, because you want the truth, but you can't handle it. And if he talk about it too, it's going to play over and over in your mind. He's not happy with me. He don't like the way I look. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So if I'm not this, then you're going to start being ashamed of your body. You're going to start hiding yourself. You're going to start covering yourself. And it happens. I know women right now who are walking around the road every time they turn around. The husband really never seen them with no clothes on, because after they gain the weight, it's always been a robe. Before they jump into bed, they easily take off their robe and jump under the cover because they don't want him to see. So they don't want to be seen after you tell them about their weight, but you can still help. You can help them. Instead of making them stay insecure, try to secure them. Hey, I love you. You don't have to hide. I'm going to be with you no matter what. We can work on this together. You have to show her that you're in it for the long haul. No matter what. If there's no one that's going to take her place, there's no one's going to take his place. Let's just be open and do it with love. You have to do it with love, no matter what. So I hope that really answers your question, answer your comment, Lady Adrian. I really hope so, because like I said, there are so many times that, you know, we want these things to take place and we want these things to happen, but we can't all handle it. Even in the bedroom, like my mom said, you have to know your partner. You have to be honest in the bedroom. You do. You have to say, hey, if I want sex 5 times a week, and he's like, oh my God, I can only give you 2. Be honest. If I want it in the morning and the night, and you not into it like he's into it, be honest with him. And women, you have to be the same. You know, be honest with that man, because some egos and some drives are more advanced than others, and some of us reach that peak that we want it all the time, and some people are not ready to give it to you all the time. You have to be honest with that. If you don't want your man to go out here and start, you know, looking around, because they will look. Not saying they will jump out here and, you know, and interact with these, but the thoughts that they have in their mind when they see certain things, they will be playing it over and over. I wish my wife could do this. I wish my wife would do that. Or I wish my man, he only give it to me 1 time a week. Oh my gosh, that's not enough. Then you have some that just go out here and say, hey, let's go, you know, they buy toys. Let's be clear, we're all grown here. Then you have the ones that buy toys to try to take the satisfaction so they won't go out here and do something they have no business doing. And which hopefully the man is okay with that. But that's a conversation that needs to be had. Baby, I know you don't like doing this all the time. I know you don't like doing that all the time. So is it okay if I go out here and buy toys? Will you be okay with that? I would love to know. I don't know, but that's another time. We will have to discuss that another time, because it is 8:04 and I am definitely out of time. And I thank all of you for joining me, because support from my family and friends means everything to me. I thank you, even the ones on here I call friends, but technically you are my family as well, because you're here, you're supporting me, and I love you for that. I love what we all stand for. I love the fact that we all can come together. Excuse me. And I hope that you join me August 9th for my next topic. Should we, I think it's August 9th, the second Monday in August. And my topic will definitely be stop playing housewife if you're not a wife. So please join me. I thank you. Join me on August 9th at 7 p.m. I thank you. And this is Lady Lisa Flanagan. Oh, one more thing.
I gave you 25, so now get 25.
I want to thank my supporters for giving me for Cash App me tonight. If this platform has been a blessing to you and you would love to keep it going, you can definitely Cash App me at $Futures World. We want to continue this topic because, like I said, this will help a lot of people out here. It's real topics, real talk. It could be painful at some point, and who knows, you may learn something, and you may be able to apply some things to your life that you never thought of, and maybe you have thought about it and just didn't have the courage to do it. So let's keep this platform going. So I thank you. I appreciate you. That's my time. Thank you, my honey. Thank you for donating. My hubby, he donated $25 to me. My daughter, she donated $25. I appreciate all of you. And I'm speaking for words. I love you all. I thank you. That's my time. I'm Lady Lisa Flanagan with Bigger Fact.
You're now listening to. It's the Bigger Fact Show. It's the Bigger Fact Show. It's the Bigger Facts. The Bigger Facts. It's the Bigger Fact